Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? Welcome to the new normal with your girl Ree. I'm excited today because I have a special guest in the building, Mr. Dave Anderson. I'm excited to know everything about him, also known as the business bully. Ooh, want to know where the name came from? He sounds pretty tough. Okay, before we get started, though, I want him to know that I am honored to have you here today. We supposed to do it a long time ago, but my I had a lot of issues with my internet and my computer. So it's a pleasure and thank you for being here. And
Well, thank
can
you
you
for
let
having me.
people know who you are? Can you introduce yourself? Say where you're from, and look.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure. I'm Dave Anderson. I am native of Philadelphia. I am an author, speaker, coach, business person, serial entrepreneur, all around tough guy. Not really. I just, I'm a father, husband, all that kind of good stuff. I'm just a guy who loves entrepreneurship and
Love
his
to hear
people.
it.
Yes, indeed.
I love that, and I love about you because you really like focus on the small businesses. So that's what we're
Hmm.
talking about today, people. He helps coach. He's a business coach, so he helps people with small businesses, mid-sized businesses. He's been everywhere, just trying to motivate you guys to do the right thing and how to get money and investments. So we're excited to hear it. So
Yes,
I
indeed.
want to start off and ask you, what made you want to help people with their businesses? Like, what he's like, okay, I got to do this. I got to get out here and help these people because
Really wasn't my
something
plan.
missing. They don't even know. Let me
Nah,
go ahead.
it wasn't my plan. It wasn't what I was thinking about. It's nothing I you know, sought out to do. My main thing was always I want to be
Really?
able to, help people and work with people and do those kinds of things. And what I found um, is that while I was pursuing what I thought was my purpose, God had other plans. And I was in radio and television and things of that nature. I've done stand up, pro wrestling. I've done a lot of crazy stuff in my day. And what kept coming up was people would ask me advice about things, and that advice turned into money. And then I realized that okay, well if what I'm saying is helping people make money, then I need to start making some money for myself by telling them. And
Okay.
that's what wound up
Yeah.
happening. So I wound up retiring from the entertainment industry, and I went full throttle into business coaching and serial entrepreneurship, and I haven't looked back.
How long have you been doing this though? Like, how long have you been coaching people? I know you was in
Um,
entertainment for a while. Like, when did it
yeah,
start? Like, okay, like 10 years, 5 years, two.
I
I
started
know it's
coaching
one, two.
people. No, I started coaching people in 1997. I
Ooh.
officially started my business in 2006, and then I went full time in 2011. So depending on which metric you're
Wow,
looking
you've been doing
at,
this forever. I
yes,
was in beauty
it's
college in
been.
'97. That was a long
Oh
time.
Lord, that's a long time. Yeah, when you put
Excuse
it
me.
that way, I said, "Oh Lord,
I
that's a
know
long
that's a
time."
long time. That's what I'm
Yes,
saying. I was like, wow, yeah, yes, it is. Like, look, you know, it's not no new rodeo for you. You know how you know what's going on.
yes,
Okay, so let
ma'am.
me ask you something because I did see when I was reading about you about your entertainment. You have a TV, you have a program, you have a actual. We could watch you and learn from your actual TV broadcasting. How do people get
Hmm.
to that? Like, because I want to watch that because I want to have a business too,
Right. Well,
and I feel
this
like
is
I've been struggling. You know,
well. I mean, we could definitely figure it out. But Business Bully TV is relaunching next month. We took a little bit of a break because our distributor wasn't doing what we needed them to do. So we decided to take some things in house, which requires some time, development, all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, so that's where we are. We're relaunching next month. I'm very excited about that. So January 2024, we're coming back, and it's going to be focused on entrepreneurship, um, self reliance, good empowerment type of programming stuff and answers for entrepreneurs that really need the help. So, we're very excited about it.
I'm excited about that too. So, what's your book? Best-selling author.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, you know. So with your
Yeah.
book, you just really talk about what you're saying to me, like how it started, and then or you're just talking about business, like somebody with a small business, like because I want to get a book. So if I get a book, what am I gonna get from it?
It depends on which book you're talking about. I've written 22, 21 have been bestsellers.
The,
Um, huh?
the first one, the first book, the
Yeah,
first book. You said which book? The first book.
the first book. Well, my real first book on business is probably Pitch, Close, Upsell, Repeat, which is just teaching you what a sales process should be, how it should look, that type of thing. So it was probably my best selling book until Sell It Like Jesus came out.
Okay.
But Pitch Close Upsell Repeat just talks about,
Sell it like Jesus. I like that.
yeah,
Sell it like Jesus.
a lot of people love that book. But yeah, no, Pitch Close Upsell Repeat is just about breaking down a sales process. But Sell It Like Jesus is literally teaching people, how Jesus sold people on the idea of the kingdom of God and being a better person and treating your fellow man well. So, I try to write books that people can relate to.
I can definitely relate to that. I like
Yes,
that.
indeed.
Yeah, I'm thinking in my head. You look up like I got to get that book
Yeah.
because I was reading everything or whatever. I didn't know all the names. I didn't know you had that many books out.
Yeah, no,
That's a
it's a lot
big
of
deal.
books.
It's a process too, writing a book.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
lot, you know.
that's
But
what I'm
people
saying.
ask me, and I'm like,
So okay, lately
hmm?
you said people asking you like,
I'm like, yeah, like they'll bring up books I forgot I wrote because, like, after a while, they all begin to blur together. So I'm just thrilled and honored that I'm operating in a capacity to help my people. That's it. I don't
so
really
have you
get
been
caught up in
speaking
what I'm
lately?
doing. Speaking, yeah, I speak all over. We do about 40 speaking engagements per year. So I have been ripping and running. I've been up and down on the road. Um, I'm taking a break a little bit for the holidays, and then we're right back at it January, February. So it's an
Mm.
exciting time, man. I love meeting people, answering people's questions, helping them with their businesses, and there's nothing like being on a stage and getting that instant response from an audience. There's nothing in the world like it.
So is Atlanta on your tour
I
stops?
was
Atlanta,
just in
Georgia.
Atlanta. I literally was just in Atlanta in September. I did like 5, 6 podcasts. I did like 2 or 3 TV shows, a couple of radio shows. I was all over the A, but I'm supposed to be taping some stuff down there again soon. So
Okay.
yes, indeed.
Soon, meaning soon, the first quarter of the year, like
Yeah,
between
first
January and
quarter, most
March.
definitely. Like
What's
between January and March, absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
So let me ask you something. With everything you got going on, I know that you've lost weight, right? You had that
Oh yeah,
journey because I saw it on Instagram and things
yeah,
like that or whatever. So
absolutely.
are you motivating people about that too? About lifestyle? How's the
Yeah,
lifestyle? You
well,
look great, by the way.
thank you,
You know what I
thank you.
mean?
I'm trying.
You look
I'm trying. I'm trying, man.
you trying.
It it's hard work. It is hard work. I will tell you that we're getting ready to launch something. I've got a couple of fitness businesses I'm working on right now. I think the main thing that you can do. A lot of times we focus so much on making money, we forget about the importance of taking care of our health and maintaining our health. And losing weight is just one part of it. The other part of it is changing your lifestyle, what you put in your body, how often you move, the way that you move. And I think so
Yeah.
much of what we do, specifically as black people, is culturally tied to food that we miss out on what makes sense. And then we give ourselves a bunch of excuses. Oh, big people running my family. No, big people running your family because you don't run. Nobody runs in your family. That's the problem. So, we got to start looking at what we can
Facts.
do and the things that we can control. So I'm really keen this year on focusing on helping people uh, look better naked and be healthy.
That's great. I'm a weight loss counselor myself. I wear many hats. So you're
Okay.
right. People make up excuses and stuff and say it's in their family, and because they haven't chosen. It's too much information out here to say that. I don't know. A lot of people like to make excuses because they don't want to do the work, but it is definitely a lifestyle change.
Mm-hmm.
So this going back to your health. Good health is your wealth.
Yes,
Because you
indeed.
can't get all the money in the world, and then tomorrow they're saying you dying from this and that, and you're like, oh my god, and you're trying to get some quick fixes, and it doesn't work out. So all
True.
your driven success and all the money you got really don't matter if you can't take it with you. You know what I
Amen.
mean? You might want to live a little longer and things like
True.
that.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So would you like to share anything about people as far as like the things maybe you give them a couple of tips? Okay, let me ask you something. I have a business, right?
Right.
And I started my business when the pandemic happened, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, I'm going to start because I'm a licensed therapist. I'm a sex
Mm-hmm.
therapist, so
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I wanted to break free from all of. I have a lot of stuff going on, so I was like, let me get something. So I like beauty too. I'm also a
Yeah.
licensed cosmetologist, and I do makeup and stuff. So I said,
Right.
okay, I'm gonna start selling my things online, And I was starting with a lipstick, and it was really good. It was going really well, but then I lost my momentum.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you tell people to keep that momentum? Like, I was selling, I was doing good, but then I started like feeling like I wanted to do more. But then I was like, my mind went somewhere else. I was like, okay, well, I'll go back to that. I'm gonna start selling because I sell sex toys too. So I'm gonna just focus on my sex toys. So how can you tell people to focus on one thing at a time and don't get all jumbled up with things? Like, how do you help people do the process of just like focus on this, grow from this, and then you can invest in this?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
is there things
I
you could tell people to do?
Yes.
'Cause I'm working on
The
it
first thing is, yeah, the first thing
now. I'm
is
starting all over.
once you're making money on something, continue to make money on that. Like, and don't let up. What happens is we get that first big win, we hit that grand slam home run, and we're like, yay! Now we can. No, this is not the time to relax. You do not get to relax. This is when you double down on what works. But what happens is we start to win, and then we start to believe our own hype, and then we start taking stupid penitentiary chances that make absolutely no sense in the grand scheme of things. So the main thing needs to stay the main thing. And then once the main thing is so solidified and you got more than enough money in the bank and it's not a fluke and you've got yourself to the point where you're making 20, 30, 40, 50, $60,000 a month consistently for 6 months, then you can take some risks and venture out and do something else. Not just one quick thing. We got to get off of this I got to hit a lick thing and start focusing on making smart, calculated decisions over time.
Absolutely. And so, you're a coach, right? So
Mm-hmm.
say, are you still available coaching people? Like, so they can call and try to, get a consultation with you. And they can pay for you. Like, I want you for the year. I need you. I need an
Yeah.
accountability partner. I need you to, like, how do we do that?
Well, the thing of it is, I have a team, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, no,
So
you
we
can
can get in contact
absolutely,
with you.
yeah, you absolutely can pay for the year, but it's not. Let me call you when I have a problem. It's let me follow this strategy. Let's build a strong foundation. Let's get with the team, lay it out, figure out what's missing. Let's plug those holes and let's work. The problem is everybody wants something right now. And I can tell you exactly what to do inside of 60 seconds to solve your problem. That doesn't mean that what I told you in that 60 seconds might not take you a year or two or five or 10. It just depends on what it is, how smart and how hard you're willing to work, the amount of resources that you have, um the demand for what it is that you're offering, and your unique sales proposition. So all those things factor in. But we have a phenomenal team of people. I've got a therapist on staff. I've got people who handle organization, strategy, technical stuff, video, the entire nine, which is why my clients are so successful and get 6, 7, 8 figures and beyond. So we're thrilled,
Okay.
you
That
know.
sounds really good.
Yeah.
Beyond. Okay. So I'm going to pause on the business bully. So are you back into doing stand up and entertainment? You
Well,
still
I
doing
do
it?
every once in a while. I'll get the urge to hop on the stage, give people a quick 15 minutes, and then go on about my business. You know, I'm a big believer in doing everything I possibly can when I can, but I don't want to. The problem with comedy nowadays is that everybody wants to cancel you for every little thing, and I don't operate my life like that. The other part of that is I'm self-contained, and so the second I have to
Right.
deal with um nonsense, I'm out. You can't call my boss because my boss is God and he's a little bit busy running the universe. So like
Okay. Yeah.
and then at the end of the day, even if you don't like what I have to say, somebody needs their business to be saved. So I'm always going to find somebody who's going to want me to help them. So it's hard to cancel somebody who does not need you, does not need to rely on you, and is fully invested in his future and the future of his people. So to me,
That's a
canceling
good
and all that
feeling.
kind of stuff, yeah, I can't even wrap my brain around it. So
But I love
that's just what
that.
it is.
Last year, I tried my hand at comedy and I really liked it. People was liking it. It was my first time. I was nervous. But I prayed before I went out there, and then people was just feeling it and stuff. Because I was just being honest too. And you're right. It's like you can't be honest anymore because you will. I guess certain people get offended, and now it's a problem. But you telling the truth though. You letting them know what your experiences are and what you see or whatever. So that's why I was asking, like, are you still doing it? Because I think that's good. Because that's why I like comedy. So you can be honest. Because a lot of people need to hear certain things that they're or afraid to say it. They want to hear it because they've been thinking it, but they can't say it. You know what I mean? So when you hear somebody saying it and you can relate to them, that's a big deal.
Yeah, no,
That's a big
it's
deal.
important, and I think comedy
So
is supposed to
you,
be about telling the truth. So
telling the truth.
yeah,
So do you think
absolutely.
about maybe I'm gonna say filming? Did you say entertainment? Did you do any acting and things like that?
Yeah, when I
You
was a
think about doing
kid,
like movies or films and
I,
stuff like that yourself?
I wouldn't turn it down, but like I'm really focused on building something bigger than that. Like entertainment is great. I think it's a phenomenal career. I did it for a long time, but um, I'm very dead set on moving my people forward. I think we've got more than enough entertainers. I think we need more than enough businesses. And until that's kind of more counterbalanced, I'm not
Okay,
going
so you
full
think about
steam ahead in
engineering?
entertainment. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I was asking about like AI and things like that because I know that's a big deal now. Using
Yeah.
AI, like
Yeah, I
what they could benefit, what you could benefit from AI right now. Is this
right.
something?
The thing with AI, right? Every couple of years there's a buzzword. Last year was automation, 10 years ago it was social media, and now it's AI. The problem is artificial intelligence isn't helpful to people who have not mastered their natural God-given intelligence. So we've got to be really careful in how
That's
we do
true.
things because
That's true.
AI is only as good as the person who's programming it, right? So you can go into Chat GPT and say, "Write me a poem." And it'll give you a poem. Roses are red, violets are pink. If you don't wash your butt, it's going to stink. That's not going to win you no awards, right? But if you understand how to prompt it, if you understand how to think, if you understand how to be creative, if you understand that it learns you as you learn it, then you can make it make sense. But we're not doing that. We're always looking for some type of microwave shortcut in order to produce quality. You know, we use AI, not a lot, but enough. But we also have certain prompts and things that we use in order to make it a reality, in order for it to thrive for our clients. And that's the difference. A lot of times people are using things just to use them because they're lazy, not because they want to make life better.
That's true. I think that's where we're at though in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, everything's fast. You know, they don't want to really read about it. But you like you said, you got to be the operator though, like the computer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to know what
It's
you're doing.
not the computer, it's the operator. If you have
Absolutely.
programming things and things like that.
Yeah.
That's really crazy.
Yes, indeed. So
Okay. So I know you're always thinking about business and stuff. So what do you do? Like, how do you take a break from that?
I read comic
Did you hear me?
books. Yeah. Now I read comic
Did
books.
you hear me,
Yes, I heard you.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes, I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. There's a delay, so if if I'm paused, it's because there's
Oh,
like a 7 second delay between what you're saying and what I'm
okay.
responding to. But for me, I read comic books, I watch pro wrestling, I listen to
Okay.
music, I exercise, I play with my kid. Um, I do what I do because I want to help my people, but I also do it so that I can feed my family and I don't lose sight of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And the problem with me, like, and I'll tell anybody who I think everybody has their own scope of genius. I'm just one of those people that has a scope of genius and a few more
Mhm.
things than the average bear. But at some point, I just want my brain to shut off. So, like, I'll watch a Godzilla movie. I will, go to the arcade with my kid and you know, play air hockey or skee ball or whatever. I enjoy not being the business bully. Sometimes I just want to be daddy, you know, and I want to be just being my wife's husband. I'm not really focused too much on day to day things. I'm really
That's
big
so
on
beautiful. I love that.
yeah.
But okay, since I know you haven't, so you don't watch movies. I hear you say nothing about movies.
Oh no, I love movies.
Have you seen? Have you seen the latest movie out? Everyone's talking about on Netflix. Leave the World Behind?
Yes, I have.
That was produced by the Obamas. There's executive producers.
Hmm.
Leave the World Behind. You
Yeah, I
seen it?
saw it. Hmm.
What you think about that? You think trying to tell us what's going to happen? Do
Let
you
me
think
explain something
they're
to
trying
you.
to tell us what's going to happen?
Let me
Because
explain
there's
something
so
to you.
many things that's going on like that.
The media has been used to tell you what's going to happen to the point where you get so used to it that you don't even flinch anymore. If you go back to 1995, there were all these movies about cloning and multiplicity and this, that, and the third, and then they cloned a sheep. Now you have people saying, "Hey, we have stuff that's non-GMO, genetically modified organisms, cloning." Like, you don't know if your meat is cloned or not because you're not paying attention. They make stuff so normalized you don't flinch about it. That's why, 15 years ago there was a bunch of alien movies. Every 4th of July, Will Smith is saving us from some type of alien, right? After a while, you're not even worried about it. Now they go on to Mars. Now they launching rockets. And then, oh yeah, anytime there was a black president, there was going to be an asteroid. You see, like, this is nothing new. The thing of it is, the government has always been set up to be able to shut you down and keep you in. And the funny thing is, they're like, "Well, you see, did the leave the world behind, and look what they talking about doing." Do you not pay attention to COVID? They already shut you down. They already took away your thing. They already told you couldn't leave your house. They told you what you could do, where you could go, how you could be there. You can't breathe. And I'm still trying to figure out for the life of me how, if I don't have a gas mask on or a painter's mask when I'm painting my house, I'll fall out and die. But a cloth mask or a basic paper mask is going to stop a germ that's much smaller than paint vapors. Make it make sense from a mathematical standpoint. Give me the science on that. Most people can't because they know it's some
Right.
BS. So when you ask me about something the Obamas produced, I mean, they've been producing this stuff for years. It's just not a movie. It's your everyday life. It's what's called cultural lagging. If something
Right.
lags, over time we get you used to it. So it's just like a frog in the water. We turn it up a notch, then another notch, then another notch, and then you begin to adjust to a point where by the time it's boiling, you're dead. And you don't even feel it because you're busy adjusting. So yeah, this is I wasn't surprised.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I was. I wasn't and I was. Like I said, everything is in our face. It's been around forever and things like that. But then when sometimes when you watching stuff, because like you said, it's been around. We've been seeing stuff like our whole life and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. And when we put it behind us and get distracted, we start whatever, listen to music or whatever. And then when it happens, like, dang, I didn't even know. Like it's being in our face, but we didn't pay attention to it. I was just wondering because I know a lot of people are
Yeah.
talking about it. That's why I
Yeah.
asked you
No.
about the movie because they were
Great
like,
movie.
"Oh, you seen that?" Yeah. Because my friend, she just showed me. She had a picture. She was in Alaska. This was in 2014, though. She saw 3 suns at the same time, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we was talking about things like that. That's a lot of stuff going on. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh my God, sorry.
Absolutely.
Well, anyway, moving forward. Currently, I know you have your page on IG that people could see you all the time, like when you talking about different things like that or whatever. You also, I feel like this, as far as the businesses, I think you're doing a wonderful job trying to get the information out there and things like that. Because I'm definitely tuned in. I'm going to be tuned in more because my mindset is changing as I get older. I'm 45, I'll be 46, and I'm like, listen, some got to give. You got to sit down for real and take notes and start really actively using these things and stop just listening and be like, okay, I'm gonna do it and not doing it. So that's what I'm
Right.
doing now. And that's why I really wanted you on here because you're motivational. Yeah, I am going to be contacting you or whatever because I really want to be successful. And I'm thinking about, I know it's about being patient. It's like a time period. It's a lifestyle change too. You know what I mean? You got to
Right.
start making adjustments if you want something better in your life. Because I don't
Mm-hmm.
have family. Like my family is like really, like literally deceased. So I have to start the legacy. Like, 'cause I want to leave things for my son. My son has a 20-year-old, and he's in music or whatever. But like, I'm literally for real the matriarch because there's no older people anymore. They all died off, including my
Right.
parents. So it's a big deal to me. So I think what you're doing is really awesome. I think people really need to take heed to that. That's why I'm gonna like really like blow this up and show them all the platforms I'm on because people need to do. Because I've been talking to so many people that want to really have a really successful business, but really don't know where to start. Like you say, you want something quick, and I know I've
Right.
experienced that, and I know that's a true thing. Because in 2020, like I was making money, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
and then I want something else. I was like, okay, I got this. I'm about to put this in this instead of just focusing on what was going good for me.
Right.
So I want to say thank you. And can you let people know how they can tune into you, like your IG page? I know I said something about it, but I didn't say the name.
Sure.
I'm gonna put
No.
everything in the bio when I'm done with the video. So.
Absolutely. You can follow me on Instagram and then all social media platforms at The Business Bully. And if you want access to my 5-minute mastermind and you're ready to invest in yourself and hop on my calendar, you can go to thebusinessbully.com/without paid ads. So thebusinessbully.com/without paid ads. And thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. This is like a blessing to me. I'm telling you, everything happens to me in God's timing because I know this is the perfect time. Maybe that's why it didn't work out then and before, because this is now, I know my mindset right now. This is what I need. So having you in my presence, to me, it makes it real. Like this is it. So again, thank you for being a part of my show, The New Normal. I want to tell everybody about you who don't know about you. I know everybody do know about you, but they need to know on my platform. So thank you so much. And
thank you for having me.
Until we meet again. All right. Good night.